Alright, now we're going up a setting because I can't change the difficulty once a file's started, and normal was too easy, which I kind of figured it might have been, but since I don't know much about the actual company that developed this, I wasn't going to gamble on picking like turbo fuck yourself mode. What's Fields of Grass Seeds now? I typed that on my PS4, so that joke doesn't work this time.
Long before the memory of man, Odin Allfather, chief of the gods, and his brothers combined their strength to slay the primeval giant Ymir, thus forging the world. Under the world tree Yggdrasil, gods and humans dwelled in the realms of Asgard, Midgard...
No, you included a C. And you removed an E instead of an F.
The monstrous wolf, Fenrir, bared its terrible fangs upon the world, threatening all existence. Odin stood and fought against the ferocious wolf and its forces in Asgard. But soon, their conflict would envelop all the worlds in war and chaos. The battle waged on incessantly, splitting the sea and sundering the earth. Innumerable lives were lost and the worlds faced utter destruction. No resolution to the conflict seemed in sight. Then, one day, at the climax of their vicious battle, Fenrir sunk its fangs into Odin's neck, tearing his wind.
There, I gave you the answer key, so you can fuck with me about my keyboard being messed up.
The two could fight no longer, signifying the end of the war on Asgard. However, the destruction did not cease. The mighty blast of Yalmahorn echoed through the lands, proclaiming the coming
it's an uncommon letter, so I understand you forgetting it.
Odin knew all too well that the world was already in the throes of Ragnarok. It was a prophecy that foretold of the end to all things. The twilight of the world before its return to nothingness. In one last attempt to defy this fate, Odin created a new class of gods.
Oh god, that would have been... Yeah, that would have been a bit of a mess. I can't actually tell what that one was supposed to be. Okay, I'll play the tutorial so that I can teach you guys a bit about how this game plays.
The ruler of this world and your creator. If you can hear my voice, then proceed further.
I thought that might be it, but I wasn't 100% sure. Oh wait, I need a double jump before I can do that move. God, that speed up from walking to running is so fucking tiny. It is an interesting style.
It's time for you to wake up. But first, there is one more lesson I must give you personally.
He says one more lesson, but
Be the first to strike.
oh wait, no, gotta hit with the first one specifically. But yeah, by the end of this tutorial, he says it's only one more lesson, but we're going to be all the way up in that castle by the end of this first tutorial. Or by the end of the tutorial. Right now, we're doing slash kick. I said we're doing slash kick. Now, this particular weapon we're using actually likes being in the air. Okay, fine, I'll actually do the combo you want me to do.
Defying the gods. I must think of it.
I know where my health gauge is. Wait, I used a thing the game didn't tell me about yet. Yep, air slash. Oh, there's an enemy that wants me to hit with that. Double air slash. Would you believe a triple air slash? Now time for
Valkyrie, you
more
have the
mobility.
power to use the souls of the dead.
And we've temporarily unlocked
I will
some.
share with you the knowledge I possess of the souls I have sensed out thus far.
Yeah, I couldn't have handled a quadruple air slash either. Would have been too radical. Yep, so these are our spells. They consume those rhombuses, I think is what they're called when they're on that shape. But I could be wrong, or when they're in that angle. But I could be wrong. But these consume rhombuses. These consume that empty meter below our HP.
Be the first to strike. Do not hesitate.
I've got just the thing to turn this back.
Alright, these guys are weak to thunder. Why did I summon the ice archer?
That should swing.
Oh, it wants me to summon both of them. So, alright, get out here, Thunder Warrior. Now that I've summoned him, my attacks are thunder, and my combos have altered ever so slightly. And then,
Do not fear.
you know, he disappears. Alright, and also, having a dude of that element out buffs your spells. Since this is a thunder spell, having the thunder swordsman out on the field makes your spells stronger.
Your purification is at hand.
And there's environmental puzzles you solve by locking onto them
Do not hesitate.
and summoning the appropriate summon.
Shall be the order of the day.
You must learn how to fully utilize your abilities so that you may fulfill your mission. A mission of vital importance.
And here's it's explaining that they give you their element when you summon them. And if you have multiple, you select their icon again to give yourself the element of that specific summon. It's just the stuff I talked about when I first summoned them.
Defiled soul, you shall be free.
That said, I've played past the tutorial and you don't get these guys for a little bit. Because the game wants to make sure that you actually understand how to play as the character. Since these two can basically carry you through the entire tutorial on their own with basically no input from you. The enemies have an elemental weakness. If you hit them with said weakness enough, they
Show me why it is.
fall on their asses and can't act for a while. If you do that with bosses, you can actually hit them with a spell of the element they're weak to extend the amount of time they're stunned and / or expose a weak point on them. Yeah, basically.
A futile attempt.
Yeah, and here's another puzzle.
Tear them asunder.
No, wait. Press the wrong one of the L and R buttons.
We'll have our speciality.
Our big sword buddy with the thunder sword's really good at breaking shit, so he breaks shit. Those are upgrade materials I'm not allowed to use yet. This game did commit one grave mistake. That's every time you break something like this, you have a chance of getting an upgrade material from it. So I am going to ooh shiny the fuck out of every breakable item that I see.
Those things you fought, they are entities known as the undead, formed from the remnant of an impure soul, a truly vile existence.
Ah, he's done speaking. Alright. Wanted to hang around in case anything spawned when he's shut up.
You need my help? Leave it to me.
Yes, dude, I know that you're the one we call to break things. I just need to remember which button is summon and which one is electrocute the shit out of things yourself. And we soul chain. The soul chain puzzles get much nicer basically the moment the tutorial's done. Because you get the first upgrade that you should get, which is double jump, and from there shit gets interesting. Yeah, and I've made it seem
My Imperial.
like you can only have one summon out at once, but you're definitely capable of significantly more. Alright, and here comes the dogs. Dogs are weak to ice, so... Oh, and of course she vanishes right when the enemies weak to her element show up. Make sure we didn't miss anything there.
Tenacious one. You are all to be
Actually, I should probably call out the archer, because if I recall...
Whittle them down, little by little.
If those purple soul things touch an enemy, that enemy gets a buff.
I must think of our next move.
Oh, 133 hit combo. How did that happen? I guess there were rather a lot of enemies there.
Curious contraption indeed.
Do not hesitate.
If you'll allow me.
In case you're wondering why I do a jumping attack after I jump, it's because her jump, you kind of hit the top of your arc and then drop very dramatically. So if you jump and then do an air attack, she flings herself like maybe half a foot to a foot further forward, which is a pretty significant boost in terms of distance for her. Alright, now what's... Oh, is this just to get back up here and try again in case you fell or something? Yeah, that's just to get back up there in case you fell. I see. Now up here I think is where we're introduced to big enemies. Nope, not yet.
Often band together. Command your souls to remove all obstacles in your way.
Show me why it is. Let's go.
That is exceptionally rude of you, young man. That way, that soul's gonna hit him, so let's make sure he's dead before that can become a problem. I guess I should try to explain. Alright. You just don't have any fucking backup throughout the entire first mission, which has been the bulk of my playtime, so I just forget that I can summon backup. They're just wading into every fight alone because I'm not used to being able to summon them anymore. Oh, here's where we learn about the big enemies and their having specific weak spots. Alright, you two keep him busy. I swap over to his elemental weakness and break his tail to basically knock him down long enough to kill him. Oh. Alright. Come here so that I can...
Little by little.
I've done my part.
Their annihilation is now.
That was very rude of you to keep turning to face me, young man. Think about what you've done.
A futile attempt.
Yeah, and that over there is where we leave the tutorial zone. And that castle we passed through back there was the one we saw, quote-unquote, in the distance at the start of the tutorial.
Be the first to strike. Guide with blinding bolt.
Show them no mercy, Valkyrie!
An opportunity. Strike worth its weight in gold.
Awaken, my inheritance.
No, even better. Now, remove the final obstacle and bring about your awakening.
Alright, what's my final obstacle? Alright, I gotta go up here. Then we meet my final obstacle. Now, hopefully the bosses... Or, shit, I just spoiled that there's a quote-unquote boss coming up. Elemental defense is higher than it was in normal mode, because... On normal mode, I hit him, like, twice and knocked him on his ass. Howdy. How's it going, man? So hopefully on hard he puts up a bit more of a fight.
Vile soul, you shall
Alright.
show me why it is.
Now swap my element back to that one. Oh, no. Basically a single spell still.
Show them no mercy, Valkyrie!
Guide with blinding bolt.
Allow me to assist!
Guide with blinding bolt.
Allow me to assist!
Guide with blinding bolt.
Allow me to assist!
And he's back to being...
Show no mercy.
elemental breakable.
Guide with blinding bolt.
Allow me to assist!
Guide with blinding bolt.
Show them no mercy, Valkyrie!
Yeah, it wasn't a very... Oh yeah, if you hit them with a spell of the element they're weak to while they're down, they just fucking stay there for so long. Yeah, fortunately that's just like the tutorial mini-boss, but yeah, dude just stayed down forever, barely got to take any actions. Now let's go meet Odin All-Daddy, I mean All-Father. Those are two different things, though. To be fair, from the mythology, he probably should be called both. Or he probably has been called both. Alright, let's go talk with Odin.
Valkyrie, heed my words. Ragnarok tears our world asunder. All we hold precious lies on the brink of annihilation. The war on Asgard and Midgard snuffed out the life spark of many. And I am left, gravely injured from battle with that wicked wolf. That is why I created you, my vassal of peace. I,
yes, a
Odin,
vassal of
All-Father,
peace.
command you, become my tool of intervention, and save this world from doom.
That's why our tutorial was
As you
exclusively about how to kill things, right?
Travel to Midgard and purify its lost souls.
Oh, yeah, that
Even
pause
as we
before
speak,
purify isn't at
The
all
stagnating
suspicious,
souls
man.
multiply. Purification will stem the effects of Ragnarok.
It shall be done as you wish, All-Father.
Yeah, it was just a very suspicious way of saying it. Alright, now I'm curious. How do I check that? Ah, there we go. No, okay, I do need to level it up before it'll give me that skill. Okay. The ability to chain two dodges back to back is nice, so I'll work toward that. Oh yeah, the menu's quite pretty. And unfortunately at the moment there's not that much else I can do around here. Most of the facilities are pretty dang barren at the moment. Let's just upgrade my sword. So the idea here is you go with your take aerial enemies and launch them further, or you put the enemy in the air yourself and then do the rising slash to scoop them higher. Because this sword likes being in the air. Speaking of how it likes being in the air, if you finish an enemy off in the air, but the nearest enemy is not close enough for your regular jump attack to hit, you've got this one, which will take you back to the ground in front of them, so you can launch them, so you can scoop them up, so you can combo them some more. This sword's whole thing is that it likes being in the air. So every move you get for it is an air move. Can't open whatever this crossed swords places is yet. Off to Midgard. Or Midgard. My inner Final Fantasy VII fan kicked in. Called it Midgard. Oh, jeez. And we're gonna get a new sword after finishing this mission. This is the only mission out of the game so far that I've already played. It's a rapier that gives us a lot of very quick, grounded attacks. Because each weapon kind of has its own moveset. This is our map, and we have quite a distance to cover, believe it or not. So there's a lot to do in this first mission alone. We find breakables and we break them, because there's a chance to get, like that, there's a chance to get upgrade materials from them. And I want to upgrade my character, damn it. Violet gems. I wouldn't mind some of the green ones too if you'd feel like dropping any of them. Any movement weirdness is just because my controller's analog sticks are a bit grouchy. That's not actually a fault of the game itself. Yeah, basically. Yeah, and these flowers are our main collectibles. They're just little lore snippets. I don't know if they actually do anything beyond that. It's just like, hey, this is a almost like a line of NPC dialogue, honestly. Alright, I don't have that one yet. How close am I to unlocking it? I need more emerald gems and yellow souls. I'll take care of those once I start meeting enemies. So basically, the magic gems, violet gems, and emerald gems can drop from breakable items, treasure chests, etc., whereas souls only come from enemies. Is that? Yep, those were souls, I hear.
Soul stagnates.
Any Moria?
All threats will be eliminated.
No, no more of them. Let's explore this before we go. There we go, some magic gems, some more violet gems. Fuck that right up. Have a good night. I would say that fall off that cliff is going to be the only reason I'm going to have to heal. But I already know where the save spots for this chapter are, or for this mission are, so I might not even need to heal before I get to the next one. They are just not that far away. Since this is the first mission and everything, they don't want you getting your ass beat and losing a bunch of progress, I guess. How dare they be, you know, considerate of my time. Alright, did I check around here? Yes, I did. I'm just being an idiot. Yeah, I've already picked up a couple of those. I should just make sure I got all of them here. so far. I still need yellow souls, which means I need to encounter more enemies first. Unless this chest happens to have them, which I don't think it can. That's another healing item. Hopefully on hard mode, this mission makes me use more than one.
Fools you are, defying the gods.
No mas. I was hoping for some more of them.
The world awaits salvation. The holy laws decree your obliteration. I must think of our next move.
Not sure how I just walked past that as though it wasn't even there on my initial way in. Now let me just make sure to break all the breakables. Oh, did you think I missed you there, ladder? Really? Alright, let's come back here so I can get this zoomed in map and... Alright, nope, didn't miss anything. At least none of the flowers, which are the main collectible it seems to track.
Here ends your miserable existence.
That's the way I came from. This here's a side path. This game generally rewards exploration. Still short on emerald gems because the RNG is just not favoring me with those. I think that's the idea. Oh, that's one of the flowers. Yeah, this is, I think, technically part of the same franchise. So what happened is that franchise is owned by Square Enix. And Square Enix, when corporations for some reason thought NFTs were going to be a big thing, they sold off most of their non-Japanese IPs to get money to shovel into NFTs. And so now they have to, like, revive a bunch of old series in order to have games to make. I don't know if obsessed is the way to put it, but there was a fairly brief window of time during which just the corporate world in general was convinced that NFTs were actually going to take off as a thing. Give me those yellow souls. Those are the main thing I'm looking for from enemies. Still need 10 more emerald gems because the RNG is just really being a jerk there.
Defiled soul, you shall be
Alright, and this is a blue chest, which means it's got
until the world is saved.
some good item in it. Yeah, now we've got an answer to all those guys who are weak to fire that we haven't really been able to do much about, but just smack in the face. The spell has basically no AoE, so don't be surprised if you don't actually see me use it as much as it seems like I should. I do remember when NFTs were like being advertised all over the internet. Is that a ladder? Did you think you could get away from me, ladder? You're too tall to miss, dude. Oh god, I remember some guy was trying to like launch a TV show starring the NFTs that he bought or something. And so somebody, like, raided his cryptocurrency wallet and stole his NFTs. I don't have the emerald gems to spare for that right now, because I want to pick up the ability to dodge consecutively twice in a row. It's not really a necessity thing, it just feels nicer. To be able to dodge twice back to back than to just have the dash dodge. Okay, there we go. Alright, now that's as much as I'm going to be doing into there for a while. Pick up quick evade. Pick that up as a stepping stone to getting to stuff like... Well, I won't be able to get this yet because Azure gems are not in the drop pool until after you beat this mission. So there ain't really anything I can do about that. Yeah, the dude who was making the show was super mad, which is understandable. I missed some flowers because I'm an idiot. But at the same time, that's kind of what happens when you decide to purchase the entire main cast of your television show on a legally unregulated market. Okay, I missed one over at the end of this. God, having the roll to follow that up into feels so much nicer. Yeah, I would even go so far as to wager most of them were scams. Oh yeah, celebrities, fucking YouTubers. Jesus, if you gathered 20 YouTubers in a room and threw a dart, there's like a 40% chance, maybe more, that it would land inside of somebody who was attempting to sell a crypto or NFT scam. They were all over the place.
The holy laws decree your obliteration.
Okay, I do not need 2 different sets of health elixirs in my hotbar.
You are all to be purified, per Odin's decree.
These enemies have been charged with existing, and the only punishment for that is death. Just makes me think of a bit from Disgaea 2, now that I've said that, where they're teaching you about the felony system in Disgaea 2, for which your characters gain stat bonuses for each rank of this they have. And the first one you get is this one party member, Tink,
Be the first to strike.
is charged with existing. That is the actual crime that they accuse him of.
A
Ooh,
fearsome foe.
emerald gems are actually starting to drop from shit now. Nice. I don't... Then I always forget that I can guard things. I'm gonna be honest with you. I always forget that this button is guard. You know, that's kind of a pretty sword. Though it is, unfortunately, fundamentally unfunctional, but... oh well, it's pretty. So the issue is it's one of those, it would snap like a twig if you tried to swing it swords. Because there's no tang. There's no room for, you know, a tang in that handle. because the blades just fucking jut off to the sides and have a giant gap in the middle. Fortunately, it's pretty, so I'll let it pass.
This should be easy enough. Lightning
I accidentally went for the 3 light and 1 heavy combo, and I meant to go for the 2 lights and 1 heavy combo to push that dude back before he got the chance to hit me. Give me this. Because I really needed a spell to be able to heal myself too. You know, a renewable resource with which I can heal is definitely something I need at this point in the game. Just make me stronger. Yes. If I recall, it was, Logan Paul and CoffeeZilla revealed the whole thing. Of course, I still think it would be like a gigabrain billion IQ play for him to, after he's, you know, uncovered all the tricks of the trade and gained everyone's trust, to just start scamming, using all of his knowledge to cover his tracks. Yeah, so this little girl's looking for her mother's lost ring. The occasional very limp jumps that I do is entirely my controller's fault.
Here ends your miserable existence.
Oh well, alright.
Your purification is at hand.
Yeah, isn't that kind of the defense of, like, that entire genre of personality on this site? Is just, lol, you're jealous of all my views. It was a pretty amusing story to follow. He immediately tried to shift blame onto like one of the people who was developing the game or something. Which is actually kind of a common tactic that I've seen when people are going to do something dumb like that, is they have like a designated fall guy they bring on before they even do the thing. Like that one massive Fallout mod that the internet collectively hated on because like 90% of its content was extremely creepy. And then coincidentally, everyone who worked on it turned on the one guy who they had hired, who was... Oh god. I think it's a word that I can't say without YouTube immediately trying to bonk the stream, so... Okay. Are we really gonna be a dick now, game? So something I'm noticing about hard mode is that enemies are aggroing from further away. Because on normal mode, fighting those guys, those archers up there, did not aggro on me. They were content to just wait up there for me to get around to murdering them.
Perish in peace.
Which I kind of like that. I like when you turn up the difficulty in a game and it does more than just, you know, inflate the enemy's stat numbers.
You are all to be purified per Odin's decree.
I was hoping that it would chain to that guy so that I could keep these guys busy while I dealt with you. I got my directional confusion acting up there. Briefly forgot which was L and which was R. Yeah, sometimes internet drama's amusing to follow. As you may notice, we're seemingly to the end of the map here, but we've barely got like half of the collectibles. We were at 13 out of 28. Huh. Kinda hope there'd be something back here to reward us looking. But there doesn't appear to be. Yeah, and we're actually coming up on my favorite part of the level shortly. And it's something that I hope that later levels do. Oh, hey, look, it's one of those dragon guys we were fighting in the tutorial. Yeah, I'll stop by here. Yeah, it's gonna keep yelling at me about these things because, as far as it's concerned, I didn't actually do them when I was supposed to, because I did them before I was supposed to. And also it likes to randomly remind you about tutorial stuff. Not 100% sure why. Ah! So technically, that path was a shortcut up here. Nice. I'm sure speedrunners like that. Yes, I'm aware. The tutorial already told me that.
Defiled souls. Shall
Yeah, that sounds like something that would get the public to immediately decide that your brand isn't worth their money. Got the resources, why not? I'll pick up the health too, just because. Precision guard can wait, because I never fucking guard. I do want that chained attack one, because that's an ability that affects my grapple, which I love using, if you haven't noticed. Alright, so, the castle town. I really like this castle town. Does that mean I have the layout memorized? Hell no. But I like it because it's just this wide open area that is just packed so full of stuff. So much stuff. More stuff than you can shake a stick at, I'd even wager. Hey, buddies.
This should be easier.
Come here. Come on over. Boy, notice me. Alright, I have that gap closer move now. So the perk of that gap closer move there is that it auto guards attacks that come at you while you're doing it. I should have gone with the, I think it's Mad Max Witness Me. That would have gotten their attention, I'm sure.
Farewell, defiant soul.
No, we haven't actually had one of those in chat for quite a while.
What fools you are, defying the gods.
Alright, fine. I do not care one bit about the rest of them. Yep. And here's another side quest trigger, which will give me a side quest I can deploy on once I'm done with this mission. Danger! Monsters ahead! Prepare for double and make it trouble.
This should be easy enough.
Oh man, I should have given that guy that dumb anime edgelord catchphrase. What is it, like it's still 10 years too early for you to challenge me? Is that the line?
Back to the void.
Yeah, there were some occasional individuals of the interesting variety. I remember one of them that tried to pull that line that Karens use when they're trying to intimidate the staff at, like, stores and restaurants. Well, you've just lost yourself a customer type line.
The holy laws decree your obliteration.
Dude, we've already done this. You stand less than no chance. Alright, fine. I'll kill your buddy so you stop respawning. You're an archer, there's nothing you can do if I use that to close in on you. Stop faking.
Futile attempt.
Did going up those stairs just respawn all these breakables? I'm sorry, you guys will have to excuse me for a minute. I have an addiction I need to feed. Yeah, I passed the load zone trigger for the top part of town, so everything in the bottom part of town that's not an enemy it's not an enemy or a chest, I should say, respawned. Alright, no, I don't want to go in there yet. That's for in a minute.
Be the first to strike.
No, fuck off. You two, fuck off.
I must think of our next move.
Yeah, now looking at this map, you might be forgiven for thinking that we've explored almost everything we can explore in this lower part of the town here. That's where you would be wrong. Because gamers never look up. Alright, now where's the... Oh, I don't have that one unlocked until I've actually been there. Okay. So once you've been up on some sections of these roofs, you can grapple onto points that you couldn't before. But it's gonna force me to go up the boring way. Fine, we'll do it the boring way. I wanted to just grapple up into the heavens and, you know, do a cool Spider-Man impersonation, but no. Gotta be all, you can't grapple there because you haven't been there yet.
Defiled soul, you shall be free. We should move on.
It is true, though. Gamers generally do not look up. But yeah, suddenly this part of the map becomes way bigger than you initially thought it was. All because you looked up. See, now that I've been here, the game will give me the grapple point I was looking for from down there. And just to prove it, see? Just plainly visible from where I was. Yeah, that little blue flashing spot that goes to, like, nowhere was supposed to be, like, the big hint that there was something. Or was I one block over, and that's why my trick didn't work? I was one block over, damn it. Ain't no way I'm clearing that with just those attacks. But I don't really have to. And the rest of that I can get to by just climbing up the tower. Alright, it's one of those staircase configurations. Can't jump over that part of the wall from here. And I done fell. I don't actually think there's anything on the roofs in that part of town. that ain't gonna stop me from... you know, double checking. Alright, now get up as high as I can. Double jump and air attack for a bit of extra distance. Double jump, air attack. And can we do that here too? Double jump, air attack. Yeah, is that something in there? I think that was something in there. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff hidden in this town area, so I really like it. Alright, what have you got for your backseat time this time? It would be funny precisely time if one time when you went to say that you actually were backseating. But only the one time. Well, that's about what I expect of you, you goober. Or, I don't think I can use that word. No, wait. I don't know if that word's safe or not, or if somebody's taken that and decided to make it mean something awful like every other word. It was even somewhat innocent at one point or another. Okay, rude.
Let us continue to cleanse the world.
Ooh, I had to use a healing item.
To strike.
Look, it wouldn't surprise me. So I've got a few defensive upgrades and one magic. Is that magic? Yeah, magic attack upgrade to go. And then I'll basically be capped for this point in the game. How are we looking on collectibles? We're at 20 out of 28. Which, out of curiosity, after I beat this first level, I checked IGN, and I'll tell you, when we have more collectibles from this level than their walkthrough had. Just because I enjoy clowning on IGN. Give me a sec. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, because by the end of this, we will have found more collectibles than IGN managed to in, I think, 2 run-throughs of this area.
Is that?
Is that a living person?
A human? What are you doing here? No matter. I mustn't be distracted. What fools you are! Defying the gods!
Oh, right, that's... just there to tease you, because it looks like there's a collectible that you can almost get through if you squeeze your way through all those side tunnels just right. But those side tunnels actually have nothing to do with that. And are
You are all to be purified, per Odin's decree. You shall not suffer.
I can't carry any more magic
Let us
refills
continue to cleanse the world.
of that size.
Stay vigilant. Be the first to strike. Lightning bolt. holy laws decree your obliteration.
You're not supposed to reveal yourself yet. So I wanted to make a whole big deal of... Oh no! However do we get to this collectible that is seemingly blocked off from every angle? Oh no, if only there were some traversable area that we've yet to see in here. But no, you just had to start shining mid-fight. Ruin the whole dang thing. I got a whole bit and everything. Alright, now we've broken everything up, so we double jump, grapple. Oh, no, I missed that rooftop somehow. Way to mess that up, dude. It's funny that I like things like this because I am absolutely dreadful at platforming of any and all varieties.
Defiled soul shall be free.
You just tried to shove me out of this room like an asshole. Just think I wouldn't notice that was your game plan there? That was what you were going for? Pulling the SpongeBob Patrick, take our problems and shove them over here? You know that meme? I think the game expects me. Yeah, fuck it. We've got the MP heal right there. We might as well use it. Even though I think the game actually penalizes you at the end of a mission based on how many items you use.
futile attempt.
What are we referring to as a futile attempt? I'm not sure what you're on about, Valkyrie, my girl.
The world awaits salvation.
Sometimes I feel like you're just speaking to fill the empty space, Valkyrie. Because much like the terrible English dub of Dragon Ball Z, you don't think anyone's gonna pay attention if there's more than 5 seconds of silence. Now I'm a little peeved at myself. Well, looks like I'm not missing anything more in this town area. So, on to the castle it's been telling me I should go to for the past, like, 10 to 15 minutes. And that's just visual detail, not actually indicating. Wow, is it really an hour since the last time I used a save point just outside that town?
An easy fight. Know that this is a fate. How can
I feel like you can tell when I'm being a tryhard, and you can tell when I'm just sort of casually messing about. And not just because I get quiet when I'm, you know, focusing, but also because I start actually trying to juggle enemies. But yeah, from this point forward in the level, just most fights are probably going to be kind of dangerous. They weren't on normal, but that's because that was normal. Are we?
The holy laws decree your obliteration.
Stop running.
That was a tenacious one.
The only thing tenacious about them was their desire to get the hell out of dodge the moment I started swinging. I know wave dashing is a Smash Bros. Thing, and that's literally all I know about it.
You are all to be purified. Her Odin's you shall not suffer.
And that there's our objective. We go through there, we can get to the boss. However, there is still quite a few things we can actually do here. Which is something I have to say I like this level for so far, is how much of it is optional. Is I guess how I would say it. It's not so much that I want to skip things, it's that I like the fact that the game gives me the option to skip past things if I don't really feel like doing them.
Here ends your miserable existence.
Any more, yeah? No.
Fearsome foe.
I'm done. Not gonna pop any more out the woodworks for me. We almost had a party there, come on.
This should be easy enough.
That has a way bigger activation range than I would have felt comfortable giving it.
You are free.
I think that finisher was the last thing I unlocked in my first file.
We should move on.
Out of the current tier of upgrades. Handyman with a stuffy nose. Change handyman to dishwasher and you've just got me any given day of the week there. Alright, how many does this one bring us up to? Oh, 25. We have as many as IGN did. Sorry, now we have more than they did. And that leaves us with... That brings us to, what, 27? Yay! I can count!
The holy laws decree your obliteration. Face your doom. Lightning bolt. Hardly a challenge.
There's chain number 1. Oh, I get a gold star. Nice. Oh, nice. Nice, you missed me doing a lot of exploring. There's this whole, like, nice, fairly open town area that actually rewarded you for looking up, believe it or not.
What fools you are, defying the gods. A power.
Not what I meant to press, but sure, I'll heal.
You are free. Your purification.
I guess I could backtrack to the town and show you. I spent like an hour in the town section of this stage alone. You had me play some of the early game. It was pretty interesting, but I just haven't really felt up to a stealth game in a while. They're kind of intensive to play mentally for me.
This should be easy enough.
Oh, the others are dead. That's why it's not letting me target them.
Do not fear, for
But yeah, this is one of those games that wants you to explore every nook and cranny of its levels. And I can't begrudge it for that. Alright, those require Azure items, as do those, so the only tree we actually can get upgrades in right now is the defensive one. And there is actually a chance that we will have maxed that out before we get to the boss.
the holy laws decree your obliteration. Hardly a challenge. Perish in peace.
Another small health elixir. I've used one of those so far, which is the same number I had used total after the boss fight at the end of this stage. Hail Shot, that is actually a spell that I'm probably going to use a bit, because those dogs are fire element, and a fair amount of the human soldier enemies are fire element as well. No, they're fire. The humans are weak to fire, the dogs are fire. And I unlocked parrying, but don't expect me to use it. Let's open up this shortcut. Because I could have also gotten here through another...
This is your demand.
gap closer because that gap closer blocks attacks that get in your way while you're approaching your opponent. What is your guard durability, dude?
Running from me is futile. Flames billow and swirl. Lance of flame.
Fine, if y'all wanna...
All before you.
Get up so that we can kill this mob. Make like PETA and kill this dog already. No, I actually wanted to press that to use that, and then I'll heal with that. I thought that was a pretty good line when I, thought of it. Took me a second to decide if I actually wanted to use it or not. Because it is admittedly kind of dark. Okay. Why must the targeting in like every game in this genre just be the worst? It's really my main complaint with every action RPG I play is just the targeting. A lot of them just switch targets way too readily. Because when they have the small cursor thing on them, that means I've locked onto them. Which should mean my cursor doesn't want to change off of them. But sometimes it does, and I'm not sure if the game has a weird lock-on system or if it's just my controller being, well, my controller. And putting an input on a stick that I'm not actually putting inputs on. Alright, now we've got a fight here.
An easy fight. Flames billow and swirl. Hail shot. Hail shot.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought there would be a bit more to that than just the one guy. Alright, the rest of his encounter aggroed on me while I was over there. Increased enemy aggro range, really, coming in clutch for me. Then there's some stuff up there to look at. If I was smart before fighting that dragon, I would have run back and stopped at that save point there. Like I said, if I was smart. Okay, so I need the Thunder Warrior for that. Yeah, my controller's usually at some stage of rebellion. Oh, and the combo bar the combo bar starts out full when you build a combo, and it's just a time limit for how long you have until the game wipes that combo to start counting another. I was asked in a Discord what the combo meter does. Or what happens when you fill it.
Defiled soul, you shall be free. It ends now. Hardly a challenge.
Hey, I think that's an execution animation I haven't seen before. I think it's funny that since defense is a whole skill tree, you eventually get to the point where, like, dodging makes you invincible, guarding properly basically makes you invincible, fucking using light attacks on the enemy can allow you to just ignore their attacks. Because they made it a whole skill tree, so they needed a lot of abilities for it.
This should be easy enough. You are free. Do not underestimate me.
And that is everything I can get without Azure Gems, so... At least I believe it is. I didn't accidentally bypass anything, did I? Azure. Yep, so that's everything I can get without Azure Gems. Alrighty. Now we're getting very close to time to fight the boss of this level. Now we pick up the element he's weak to. Go to our equip menu and replace Fire Lance because fuck Fire Lance. Sure, there are enemies that are weak to fire, but it's just sort of, in terms of utility of the spells we have, it is the worst. And it's not by like a small margin. It doesn't have AoE damage, it doesn't chain from enemy to enemy, it doesn't heal me, it's just thou lobst a fireball. And this isn't like a D&D fireball, so it doesn't, like, explode in a 20-foot radius. Now let's save. 2 hours and 18 minutes so far. Now on to the boss.
The giant undead ape. No, wait. It's a Nagelfar. Wretched soul, by Odin's command, you shall be purified. The holy laws decree your obliteration. Pray. Your fate has been decided.
Alright, I need to lock onto his body for now. Oh.
Your fate has been decided.
Yeah.
Great. Great. Your fate has been decided. You have nowhere to go. Return back.
Okay,
from
he
whence
put
you
up a
came.
much better fight this time. That was actually kind of satisfying. When I fought him on normal mode, I was just sort of left disappointed.
What is?
I was never really, when fighting him on normal mode, concerned for my character's actual life.
Who or what are
He also didn't seem to have as many moves.
My name is Egon.
How is it that you became a Naglfar?
Naglfar. My apologies. I have no idea what just happened here.
Your soul attracted the souls of the undead. They distorted you and created a monster.
My soul? Who are you, exactly?
I am a Valkyrie. Odin has commanded me to purify the souls of the undead.
A Valkyrie? Like the goddesses of fate? I've heard of you in the old tales. It is said that you guide the souls of chosen warriors to Asgard. Which would mean I'm dead. I'm sorry you went through all that trouble for me.
I have seen that soul somewhere before. No matter. I must inform Odin of this at once.
Yep. So we've got our sword. Okay, now. I see. So if I use that out of a single jump, it jumps me up. But if I use that out of a double jump, she just swipes up. Yeah, and then you've got this one, which is much more focused on ground combat. You know, right? No, because it doesn't actually unlock him yet. We have to finish the mission before we get him, I think. Now we return to Valhalla. And score an A rank. I don't think that was an A rank worthy performance, but okay. Alright, now we'll enhance this. Alright, now let's play around with this move. So that's just an extended ground combo. And I got a mid-air combo out of it. No, I missed the first hit, so it's not gonna tell me. Oh, now it's got a 4-hit air combo. Which makes me wonder, can I change weapons mid-air? Can I change weapons mid-combo as well? Over a half hour faster than my first time getting to here. Load safe.
How's your mission, Valkyrie?
The lingering souls in Midgard are many, but I remain diligent.
The world and I are intertwined. For every soul you purify, I grow stronger, and my wounds heal faster. I can already feel a little of my power has returned, thanks to your deeds.
It is an honor beyond any other to aid you.
Does he seem a little young and
I have one more
scrawny to be
incident.
Odin to anyone
On Midgard,
else?
I purified a Naglfar, and it transformed into a human soul. The soul was one of great tenacity and strength. I was even able to converse with it.
That is the soul of an Enheria. It is fortunate that you encountered one so soon.
An Inherior?
Perhaps you are due an explanation. Enheria is a title bestowed upon souls who bear strength surpassing their mortal body. They are warriors given the honor to serve us.
Then I may also call upon these Inherior to serve me.
Indeed. Valkyrie, go to Midgard and seek the remnants of their soul.
As your vassal of peace, it shall be done.
Yeah, and from this point on is the furthest I've gotten, despite how the playtime on these files might make it look. It's still locked to me. I think I'll do the side quests in that area. Okay, that's... Okay, so the majority of the area is off limits. Okay, this sword is just way easier to break scenery with. I know, who'd have thought, right? A broadsword being better than a rapier for breaking things. say it ain't so, right? I see what you did there.
What fools you are, defying the gods. The holy laws decree your obliteration.
Still no Azure gems, so... Nothing much I can really do on the upgrade front of things.
This should be easy enough. That was a tenacious one.
Anything to fight down here this time around? Nope. No grapple point there this time. Weird.
Defiled soul, you shall be free.
Oh, those are artsy elixirs, and I'm over here trying to free up space for them like they're health elixirs. No, they're magic ones. There to enable me to cast more spells. Oh, this door opens this time around. I see how it is. Yep, that whole mine part of the level is just completely blocked. Oh yeah, I'd have noticed that if I looked at the map and wasn't a fucking idiot the whole time. Fuck you, dragon. You're the jumpiest spinner I have ever met. Like, I get it, I don't have any summons to kind of, you know, distract you right now, but... Oh yeah, and they removed the tether point for there too. Of course, I've got to check up here, see if they've added any treasure chests near, you know, the initial spawn point when you go through here for the story. Because that is something I would do. Apparently not something they would do. Noted. Wait, that's me winning the quest. Dang it. Okay, hold off Heavenly Light Beam. I've got like... one more spot to look into. Okay, so those extra yellow souls I gain at the end of a mission based on how many 1,000 points I rack up. Divine Assault Nibelung Valesti, that is the super move of Lenneth in the, original Valkyrie profile games. Now we get the Azure stuff coming in. We've got one more side quest from chapter 1, and then I think once I'm done with that, I'll call the stream.
your miserable existence. A power to restore this world.
Okay, that came from off screen. Fuck off and sit down, you two. I'll be with you momentarily.
You have been sent. A power to restore this world. Pulverize. The holy laws decree your obliteration. Tear them asunder.
I'm gonna have to debate on that one.
You shall not suffer.
So they now, as of this mission, have a really obnoxious grab attack they can lunge at you from quite far away with. What are they, fucking dancers from Kingdom Hearts 2? Wait, no, it doesn't kill you in one hit, so they're not dancers from Kingdom Hearts 2. This is looking boss room-ish.
Healing bounty.
I'm gonna heal before this starts.
You shall be free. Tear them asunder. Fall. Pierce.
My score for this one ain't gonna be very pretty, because a lot of those enemies had new attacks I was not ready for. They didn't use in the last fights. Still no Azure drops. I'm assuming proficiency is based on how much you use the weapon and it gets a bonus from it. But yep, that's it for the stream tonight, folks. Have a good night, everybody.